Mr. O'Malley, under your tenure, the Social Security Administration failed to deliver for the American people. You are, after all, a lifelong Democrat politician. I don't even know if you had a job in the real world, but you have been an elected politician for years. Mr. O'Malley, you're also a Catholic, are you not? You're also a Catholic, are you not?
That was Marjorie Taylor Greene blasting the old SSA commissioner. You're not going to want to miss that. I'll play that full video clip. Also, what she said recently is, you guys suck, as she snatched Trump's Social Security pledge and threw it on the floor. Also, we'll go over this. $2,200 flat Social Security checks for everyone for Social Security, SSI, SSDI. It even has a table of when this is expected, but this is not what you think it is. I'll go over that full article, let you know what's going on there. We'll also go over this. Trump wants to eliminate Social Security taxes, how this could impact retirees in 10 years. We're hearing how all the benefits could happen right away, but what about 10 years from now to your Social Security checks? And I'll give you some other important updates as well. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate these Social Security updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. So we're going to go over these articles. Trump wants to eliminate taxes, how this is going to impact retirees after he's out of office in 10 plus years. Also, this $2,200 Social Security check overview. But first, let's get into Marjorie Taylor Greene. What's going on here? So showing you that quick video clip. Let's play that video clip and I'll go into more details.
Chair recognizes Ms. Greene from Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. O'Malley, under your tenure, the Social Security Administration failed to deliver for the American people. On November 8th of last year, your agency announced the Appointment Focused Service, AFS, which directs field offices nationwide to require nearly all services be scheduled by appointment at local offices. While the intent was to reduce in-person wait times, my constituents cannot get through the phone lines to even schedule an in-person appointment. In just the last week, nearly a dozen constituents have contacted my office complaining that when they called to schedule an appointment, they were placed on hold for hours. Then ultimately routed to the voicemail where no one answered and no one called them back, and this has been going on and on and on. This is absolutely unacceptable, and the American people deserve to know the root cause of why this policy was implemented to begin with. The short answer is your telework policies. The AFS was put in place to reduce wait times, yet the only reason the wait times were so outrageous to begin with was because there weren't enough staff in the office to reduce the in-person wait times because your staff is at home, not working for the American people. It is reported that your local offices are only staffed at 20 to 30% on any given day. It's kind of hard to have in-person appointments when people are not at the office. No wonder wait times were so long. And you, Commissioner O'Malley, just signed an agreement to make that permanent for the next 4 years of President Trump's administration, which is more failure, but that's your fault. And by the way, Commissioner, I reached out to you last August. This is the letter that I sent to you, dated August 1st, 2024, requesting an in-person meeting with you to discuss some of the serious issues that my constituents in Northwest Georgia are constantly having. But you never responded to me, Mr. O'Malley. I never got a phone call. I never got a letter back. And that's clearly, maybe you were enjoying the telework policies yourself instead of doing the actual job. Or possibly it's because you were too busy drinking with the union members that you were negotiating with instead of negotiating against on behalf of the American people. Now, Mr. O'Malley, right before you resigned as Social Security Administrator, you signed an agreement with the American Federation of Government Employees on November 27th, 2024. Now, remember, 2 weeks before that, as I mentioned, you were partying with AFGE members in Florida, but you weren't interested in calling me back or were even bothering to return a letter when I wanted to talk to you about very serious issues that my constituents were having. You see, as Republicans, we fully support making sure that every single American receives their benefits from Social Security. You Democrats like to lie about us. We are going to make sure that every single person that paid in gets every single penny that they deserve, that they paid in. It will come out and back to them. That's what's important to us, actually working for the American people. Now, Mr. O'Malley, I'd like to ask you another question. Since you're very interested in being DNC chair, you are, after all, a lifelong Democrat politician. I don't even know if you had a job in the real world, but you have been an elected politician for years. Mr. O'Malley, you're also a Catholic, are you not? You're also a Catholic, are you not?
I am.
Do you serve God or do you serve the Democrat Party?
I serve God.
Okay, then Mr. O'Malley.
Mr. Chairman, as a Roman Catholic, I take offense at the suggestion that somebody has to choose between God and their service to country as a Catholic.
Mr. O'Malley, will you be supporting the murder of the unborn up until the day of birth like your party does? As DNC chair, will you be supporting the murder of innocent unborn people? Is that in line with your faith in God and the Catholic Church?
I trust the judgment of women and doctors over the judgment of government.
Now, do you trust God's judgment? Do you trust God that he loves and has created every single human being? Do you support the murder of unborn children? And are you going to uphold that evil practice that the Democrat Party wants to continue? You see, abortions, over 95% of them are unintended pregnancies. They use abortions as birth control. So are you going to continue the birth control practice of murdering the unborn children as chair of the DNC? Will that be a policy you'll be supporting?
I am pro-choice, and I trust the judgment of women and their doctors over the judgments of government.
Well, thank you for letting God know where you stand with the murder of the unborn.
I talk to God every day.
Yeah, well, you might want to talk to him a little bit more, Mr. O'Malley, because you're definitely in the wrong. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back.
What are your thoughts on what Marjorie Taylor Greene said to Martin O'Malley, the ex-SSA commissioner? Was she too harsh? Let me know your thoughts on that. So in a previous encounter, you guys suck, and angry Marjorie Taylor Greene snatched Trump's Social Security pledge, threw it on the floor. Here's why she's so mad and what it could mean for us, for the U.S. So this is in the past. Basically, the confrontation was a while back. Let me get to it. So Greene became angry upon seeing Lawson, and she threw the document on the floor, although it is unclear if she realized that it was a campaign mailer from Trump at the time of the incident. And basically, as soon as Lawson called out Congresswoman to get her attention, Greene immediately recognized him and began yelling that he was part of a Democratic PAC and that he is funded by the Democratic PAC, donates 100% to Democrats, and this is not media. So basically, this is a separate thing, and said, I don't need to take a pledge because we've already done that all year long. Guess what? The sad story is that the American people elected Trump, his agenda, and Republicans to lead the country because you guys suck so bad, referring to the Democrats. So that's a separate issue. Just want to give you full context there. Next, let's get into this. The $2,200 Social Security flat check. What is this? Well, this is completely false. Just wanted to let you know about this. If you see anything about $2,200, I read this article, so you don't have to. I'll just summarize it. Basically saying that something could be approved in 2025 where everyone gets a $2,200 Social Security checks. It gives links to random government sites like the SSA.gov, which has absolutely nothing to do with this $2,200. So it is completely rumored. Don't pay attention to it if you see it anywhere else. And then also, let's get into this. Trump wants to eliminate Social Security taxes, how this could impact retirees in 10 plus years. So this is what Trump has ran on. Trump is officially president. Hasn't taken any action yet with Social Security. The tax breaks are not official yet. Basically, Trump has talked about eliminating the payroll taxes that employers pay into Social Security, around 6.2%. This would also significantly reduce the amount of money going into Social Security. Saying, so Social Security has a trust with a positive balance right now, and that's where they're making up the difference between 77 cents on the dollar that they pay out. That all comes from payroll tax. But basically, what would happen for Social Security in the future? So basically, it's basically saying that even though there's no tax right now, they're not really sure how Social Security would be funded 10 plus years from now. So it has a good short-term boost, but we're not really sure how it'll pan out in 10 plus years. If it is on that path, unless something else drastic happens, Social Security could run out. It doesn't mean anything's going to happen to the benefits at least for another 10 years, so you have nothing to worry about there. But yeah, that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Belle's tip of the day.
Hi guys, I want to tell you the one thing that you can do to yourself. Be kind, be smart, and also you have to be kind to your mommy, your daddy, or your brother, or sister, or anything that you want. And also you have to be kind to yourself.
If you want to see the latest Social Security update and reform, what's going on there, click this video right over here, and I'll see you in that video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.